Hello everybody, welcome to JAIIB CAIIB English Medium channel. Today in the most important question series, we'll be talking about the Indian economy and Indian financial system. This is the part second for the most important questions of module A. If you have not seen the previous part, the first part, it is highly recommended that you do not skip that also, because somewhere down the line we are trying to link each and every part with each other. Okay, so module A, since you know it has good amount of chapters, 11 chapters are there, and we are bringing you the questions from the most important topics. So let's get started. First question, Garibi Hatao to elevate the poverty is the motto of which 5-year plan? This question has been asked twice, once in 2022, then in 2023 as well. What is the right answer here? See, sometimes what happens whenever you are studying the 5-year plans, the 12 5-year plans which we have in our country till 2014, because after that the Niti Aayog has taken over from there. So all these 5-year plans, you get confused. Often I have received such queries from the students that they get confused when they talk about various 5-year plans. Reason, what is the reason? The reason is that you don't maintain notes. Okay. So if you know that what is the important area, what is the keyword for each 5-year plan, you won't get any kind of surprise element in the examination as well. Okay. So try to answer this question. The correct answer for this question is what? Garibi Hatao, or to elevate the poverty, is the motto of which 5-year plan? Whether it is first, third, fourth, or sixth. Simply stated, the sixth 5-year plan is the answer. And why sixth 5-year plan? Why not first five? Because initially, when you talk about the economic planning in our country, it revolved around two things. First 5-year plan talked about the focus on agriculture, that is the primary sector. Fifth 5-year plan, but ultimately the curse of Hindu rate of growth was broken in sixth 5-year plan, and that is why the government shifted its focus on elevating the poverty in our country. Fine. So that's how you can remember with the story, or if you have the notes, the better option will be you have both. Okay, so 6 5-year plan 1980 to 85. You have seen the strategy established under Garibi Hatao to combat the poverty. Along with that, what was the objective? The family planning was also one of the objective during the sixth 5-year plan. And when we talk about the growth rate, so as I told you, in the fifth 5-year plan, we were able to achieve the growth rate of 5.5%, which we sustained even in the sixth plan. Here you can see 5.5%. And how we implemented various programs in order to achieve this objective of Garibi Hatao. We began with the target group strategy, where the target was rural poor, women, and backward classes. Specific, you can say, schemes were there for all these groups, and we targeted all of them so that we can achieve the ultimate goal of Garibi Hatao. Okay. Plus one bonus information for all of you. The seventh plan here, it was basically focusing on the boost of your economic productivity, increasing food, grain, and creating the jobs through social justice. But more importantly, what you have to remember is Jawahar Rozgar Yojana was launched during the seventh 5-year plan. And what is the importance of Jawahar Rozgar Yojana? Today we see that there is MG Narega. Fine, it is there for the minimum 100 days guaranteed employment in the rural areas. Similarly, earlier to Narega scheme, it was JRY, that is Jawahar Rozgar Yojana. Next question, SCOMET policy forms an integral part of the foreign trade policy 2023. What does O stands for in the SCOMET policy? So as you know that our books, they are updated till 2022-23, but this policy, the FTP policy 2023, came after the last updation of our book. So there in the book you will find FTP 2015-20. so if you are reading from book, I would like all of you to add some data from your side pertaining to the FTP 2023, because question will be asked from the foreign trade policy of 2023. Chances are there that they might ask one or two important points from FTP 2015-20, but more relevant will be the latest policy. So what does O stands for in SCOMET? The correct answer for this particular question will be what? The correct answer will be O stands for organisms, right? So D is the right answer. Okay. Apart from that, in SCOMET, S stands for special, C for chemicals. So we have special chemicals, O for organisms, then M for materials, E is for equipment, and T is for technologies. Then we have under FTP 2023, the government aims to increase India's overall exports to what? What is the number which we are aiming for the exports in our country? So from our country, we want to increase the export. We have the potential of becoming the export-oriented economy. But right now, somewhere down the line, we make more imports as compared to the exports. So FTP 2023, the government aims what? Which number? Whether it is 2 trillion by 2023, 2035, 1 trillion by 2035, 2 trillion by 2030, or 1 trillion by 2030. So what is the right answer? Correct answer will be option C, 2 trillion by 2030. Both things you have to remember. The target number, that is 2 trillion, and the target year. Okay. Prior to this FTP 2015-20, what was the target? Do let me know in the comment section. What was the target? Like for 2023, we have USD 2 trillion by 2030. For 2015-20, what was the target? Next one, situation based question. We won't say that it's a case study based question, right? Case study based question, they are asked mostly in the CAB examination, right? In JAB examination, if you even if you have some small situation based question, you can classify them as case study, because case study is a huge paragraph. Here in JAB exam, what we have seen, max to max 4 or 5 lines are there in the situation based question. So a parent corporation establishes a subsidiary in the destination country. It builds the operation from the scratch. Hyundai India, Pepsi India, they are the examples of such FDIs. Which of the following types of FDI, foreign direct investment, is described above? So whenever we say that you are establishing a subsidiary in the destination country where you are coming with your investment, and also along with that you are starting business from scratch, then this type of FDI is known as greenfield FDI. The right answer will be option A. But what about the other options? Brownfield FDI, if you are buying certain stocks of the Indian company, then you are bringing the investment from the foreign in the form of brownfield FDI. Joint venture, it happens when your uh, Indian company join hands with the foreign company. Okay, so they join hands for what? For maximizing the profit. Along with that, they also have a goal of increasing the innovation so that they have a good profit in the market. Okay. Next, we have again FDI question. According to the information provided below, which of the following is true regarding the automatic route for FDI in India? So let's see what are the options, what are the statements, because we have to analyze one by one. So we have first statement based on the FDI through the automatic route requires prior approval from the government, but not the RBI. So whether it is true or not, whenever we talk about the automatic route, the automatic route goes like what? It has two components. One, you need not to have any kind of approval. Second is you have to follow a two-step process which involves RBI. It only involves RBI, right? You do not need to have any kind of approval as such. Right? So these two things you must remember while studying the automatic route. So FDI through automatic route requires prior approval from the government. Answer is no. Indian firms receive FDI through automatic route are exempt from reporting requirements. So when we talk about exemption, so yes, for the reporting there is some exception, but we cannot say that there is an umbrella scheme available for these foreign direct investments which can have this factor of exemption. Okay. Then investors under the automatic route must follow a two-stage reporting process to the RBI. That is absolutely correct. The automatic route allows for unrestricted FDI without any conditions or reporting. So this is again wrong. Correct answer will be option C. Then an intergovernmental organization which comprises of 13 oil exporting developing countries that coordinates and unifies their petroleum policy, founded in Baghdad, Iraq. So again, one situation-based question where one organization is being discussed. Its members include Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia. The headquarter of this regional economic institution is situated where? Where is the headquarter of this economic organization? So such kind of questions are expected from your regional economic cooperations. Reason being because from the last 3 years, IIBF is not focusing on that topic. But as we have seen in the last exam cycle for PPB and RBWM, it touched upon those topics also from where earlier no question was asked. So yes, definitely this particular question is important. Try to answer it. So the right answer for the OPEC will be what? The right answer will be the center is in not in Iran, to our surprise, not in UAE, not in your Middle East countries, but it is in Vienna. So that is why such kind of questions are important. Reason is very simple. See, whenever we talk about any kind of these questions, you must be having one set of headquarters in your mind. Like Vienna is there for OPEC. Then for World Bank, we have your headquarter in New York, and also the same happens in the IMF. Also for IMF as well, we have it in the New York. So like that, you must have a list of headquarters at least. Even if you do not remember the member nations, still you must know that where the headquarters are for each economic cooperation. That is important to know. Next question, which among the following statements is are correct with respect to special drawing rights, the SDR? Whenever we say that SDR is there, so it is directly related to IMF, fine, International Monetary Fund. So IMF directly has a stronghold over the funding mechanism in the entire globe. And when we talk about SDR, so they are special rights provided to the members. And members, all those 190 members, they enjoy certain perks. Like if that particular member nation has some economic slowdown, then we will have one important aspect which we must meet, that is your funding should not stop. So funding will be provided by the IMF only. SDR was created as a supplementary international reserve asset or not. Then SDR serves as the unit of account of the IMF and other international organizations. So wherever we talk about the SDRs, it is very, very important to know that IMF directly wants to have one particular unit of account so that the other organization or internationally, the other, you can say globally renowned organizations will also have that particular leverage. The collapse of Bretton Woods system in 1973 increased the reliance on the SDR, whose value remained as equivalent to 0.888671 grams of fine gold, also equivalent to $1. So the reliance on the SDR, fine, and similarly, what was SDR back then in 1970s? It relied on US dollar. Along with that, it also has one denomination fixed for the gold. So after the collapse of Bretton Woods system, we have seen that the US dollar, or for that matter the gold denomination, they were cancelled out, and now we see the basket of currencies as the only measure. So it has not, increased the reliance on SDR, and it has not remained equivalent to some grams of fine gold. This is wrong statement. When we talk about the SDR, it is neither a currency nor a claim on IMF. Again, this is right because we talk about the basket of currencies. So the right answer for this question will be option C. Next, we have one question on MIGA, that is Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. So MIGA, always remember that it is not present in every organization. Fine, such kind of you can say support is not provided by all the organizations, but one exception is World Bank Group. Why I'm saying the exception? Because Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, it ensures that the investment is there in the developing nations. Right, in the developing nations there will be investment, and the investors who are investing in these developing nations, they will be guaranteed of whatever investment they have done. They will not lose their money. So the assurance is provided by MIGA, and in the form of insurance as well. Okay, so what is the function of MIGA? Quickly tell me. Encouraging the foreign direct investment into developing countries. Yes, we have just now seen. Protecting the investors against non-commercial and political risk. So again, it is correct. Advising governments on how to attract investment. So whether we have to, advise the governments under MIGA. Again, answer is yes. Sanctioning long-term infra loan. This was not a part of the MIGA. Whenever we talk about MIGA, it only assures the investors, right? That yes, you come to this country and we will be ensuring your money, your funding. So the right answer will be 1, 2, and 3 only. That is option A. Okay, here you can see the 5 organizations of World Bank Group, starting off with IBRD. We have IDA, IFC, MIGA, and ICSID. All these 5 organizations clubbed together, we say that we are talking about the World Bank Group. And out of these 5, most important will be MIGA and ICSID, because in the past IIBF has asked questions from both these organizations. IBRD, IDA, more or less they perform the same function. It's just that their clientage differs. The clientage for the IBRD, it is having the per capita income between, if your country is having per capita income between 1025 to 6055 US dollar, then you can have sanction of your loans under IBRD, long-term loans. Otherwise, if you are from a poor country and your per capita income in your country is less than $1025, then IDA will support you. IFC is for the promotion of private sector development. MIGA, we have just seen, to provide instruments for political investment risk management. ICSID is the arbitrator. Okay, it is the arbitrator. It is present to resolve the disputes, whatever the disputes are there in the World Bank Group countries. Fine, all the countries who are investing in the other countries, mostly in the developing countries or in the poor countries, there will be certain rift. In order to resolve those rift, we have ICSID. And another important thing for the World Bank Group is that whether India is a member of all these 5 or not. So India is a member of first 4. ICSID, India is not a member. Always remember these important points, and any kind of question which is asked in the World Bank Group domain, you will be able to answer. Okay, MIGA encourages FDI into developing countries by protecting investors against non-commercial and political risk like wars. Fine. So this was it for today's class. Rest all these questions we will be covering in the next part, that is part 3, which will be held tomorrow. So one piece of information for all of you. Right now at Adda 247, we are celebrating the big increment days, where you will find maximum discounts on the JAB and CAB Mahapack. So right now the flat 80% discount is ongoing on the Maha packs, and 2x validity is also there for the Maha packs. And when we talk about the maximum discount, how you can avail it, you can use the discount code Y1003. And if you have any query related to the courses, you can directly contact us on 0981 981 9247. In case you have doubt regarding the questions which we have